The great and powerful yogurt said it best in the 1987 hit Spaceballs, merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made, and that's something that WWE has definitely taken to heart over the years. However, for every awesome thing we get, like a Eddie Guerrero lowrider, holy cow, I need one of those right now. For every amazing thing we get like that, we get some real head scratchers. I'm Singer Siete for 7 Rasslin, and let's take a look at 7 disturbing pieces of WWE merchandise. Now, before we get into this, we appreciate your support, so if you enjoy this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and missile drop kick that notification bell. Number 1. Protection 316. In the 1990s, sex was considered particularly dangerous due to the height of the HIV/AIDS epidemic. Public health campaigns emphasized safe sex practices such as condom use to prevent the spread of HIV and other sexually transmitted infections. And what better way to convince sexually active wrestling fans to practice safe sex than with the Stone Cold Steve Austin condom? No, you heard that correctly. Before you set out to Stone Cold Stunner, make sure you wrap your Texas rattlesnake in this themed condom from Durex. Wow, if this doesn't kill your partner's mood, marry them. Seriously, they are a keeper. Inside the packaging, you'd find stone cold stats like a friggin' baseball card, as well as instructions on how to put on a condom. Maybe that's just to give her something to read while you're figuring that thing out. Hey honey, did you know that Steve is from Victoria, Texas? Who knows? Maybe this was a missed opportunity. It feels like they could have even included a nod to one of Stone Cold's legendary catchphrases, DTA, don't trust anybody, you don't know if they have an STD, you SOB. Too far? Maybe. But hey, at least if you use your Stone Cold condoms, you won't end up with one of these little bundles of joy. Number 2. Apples to apples. Wrestling t-shirts are pretty hit or miss. You've got some iconic ones like NWO or Austin 316, you can wear those pretty much anywhere. Then you've got the ones that have actual wrestler faces on them. These I probably wouldn't wear anywhere ever. And then you have Carlito's little yellow number. Okay, before we get into this, it's probably helpful to discuss Carlito's gimmick. The king of Caribbean cool is so laid back that even in the most tense situations, he'll munch on an apple. Kind of like Rusty from the Ocean's 11 movies, he's just always eating. And when Carlito would get frustrated, he would unleash a spray of fiber, vitamin C, and antioxidants all over his opponent's face. How humiliating! He even warns people in his entrance music he spits in the face of people who don't want to be cool. It's all right there. So that would lead to this shirt. Do you spit or swallow? Yeah. I wish WWE released sales numbers for merchandise like this. Wouldn't you love to know how many of these shirts are out there in the wild? Gross. Number 3. We've got issues. The WWE magazine was a mainstay at grocery store newsstands for decades before closing up shop in October of 2014. But in the days before the internet, it was often the only way we could get our WWE fix in between episodes of primetime wrestling. The reason WWE Magazine made this list isn't because it's why Vince Russo rose to power in the WWE. The outlandish things he was writing in the magazine caught the eye of Vince McMahon and encouraged him to invite Russo onto the writing team. No, we don't demonize Russo here. He's the worst sometimes, but we can't deny that some of the things that happened during the Attitude Era were among the most exciting and memorable moments in pro wrestling history. No. The reason WWE Magazine made this list is because they had the absolute audacity to feature Say No to Drugs ads featuring this guy and this guy and the creme de la creme, the Keith Richards of professional wrestling, this guy. Yeah, we're not going to point fingers and make accusations or anything like that, but check out the documentary Beyond the Mat if you're wondering why having Jake Roberts on a Say No to Drugs promo is the absolute height of hypocrisy. It'd be like Hulk Hogan being a spokesperson for racial harmony, or Vince McMahon being a spokesperson for respect in the workplace, or Tammy Sitch being a spokesperson for safe driving. Yeah, that's definitely enough comparisons. Let's move on. Number 4. Bear It All. The Beanie Babies craze of the 1990s and early 2000s was driven by the collectible plush toys produced by Ty Incorporated. Limited production runs, intentional retirements, and new releases created a sense of scarcity. This led to intense speculation with collectors buying and selling rare Beanie Babies for thousands of dollars. The frenzy was amplified by media coverage and early internet auction sites like eBay. However, overproduction and market saturation eventually caused the bubble to burst, dramatically decreasing their value and interest. And because the WWE never saw a get-rich-quick scheme they didn't jump on, NFTs, we got attitude bears. And honestly, they're kind of dumb. Just the same bear in different colors. You get the wrestler's name on the front and a catchphrase on the back, like this one for The Rock that says, "Smell what The Rock is cooking," or the DX bear that says, "2 words, suck it," and this Kane bear that says, "No cane, no pain." Huh? That's just dumb. At any rate, the reason these make the list is because the Sable bear features handprints over her weird bear boobs. Okay, I'll confess that I don't know a lot about how bear anatomy works. Those Charmin commercials have ruined bears for me forever. Now, obviously, the handprints, should they be paw prints? The handprints, don't think about it too much. Now, obviously, the handprints are a nod to the time Sable won a bikini contest by painting handprints on her bare breasts. This iconic Attitude Era moment almost made Jerry Lawler burst into flames. But does it belong on a bear that would appeal to kids? Probably not. But then again, this bear's on TV every week, so what do I know? Number 5, Bobble Buddies. The WrestleMania 19 main event was one for the books. Even getting there was a challenge. Kurt Angle was dealing with a serious neck injury. In March 2003, he was diagnosed with a severe neck condition that included nerve and spinal damage. Specifically, Angle had a herniated disc, bone spurs, and the potential for nerve damage, which was causing significant pain and affecting his mobility. But he insisted in participating in the main event against Brock Lesnar. Watching it was rough on the audience, as most people knew if he took a German suplex the wrong way, he could be in some serious trouble. But as the night came to a close, it wasn't Kurt Angle we were worried about. You see, aside from being the mayor of Suplex City, Brock Lesnar was also capable of several amazing aerial feats, one of those being a gravity-defying shooting star press. For the finish of the match, Brock was going to climb to the top rope and perform this insane maneuver that had never been seen before on WWE television. However, due to wet ropes, WrestleMania nerves, or who knows what, Lesnar performed the first ever shooting star piledriver on himself. How he didn't kill himself is a friggin' miracle. So, coming out of Mania, Brock was still SmackDown's reigning good guy, and seeing as what Kurt Angle went through to give us our WrestleMania main event, it was going to be tough to get people to boo him, so he became a good guy too. What follows is the weird best of buddies era of the Lesnar-Angle relationship. Here they are laughing, joking around, hitting on girls, bros being bros, playing hilarious milk pranks on one another. So it only made sense for the WWE to commemorate this newfound friendship with the weirdest bobblehead of all time. Oof. Yeah, I'm guessing that's supposed to be Brock Lesnar holding Kurt Angle in an abdominal stretch? But if we're being honest, kinda looks like something else. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Whatever happens between consenting adults is fine with us, but it would help explain this. Number 6, Hulkster's Little Helpers. Now, for those of you who weren't around in the 80s, I feel like we need to get an important point out of the way first. Hulk Hogan was a huge deal. Before the internet and a million cable channels and streaming services, there were a very limited amount of entertainment options. And when pro wrestling became the thing du jour, Hulk Hogan became a household name. Seriously, it was like Ronald Reagan, Michael Jordan, and Hulk Hogan. And it was clear as crystal that they were marketing their red, white, and blue superhero to the youth of America. He'd even preached to the youngsters about his 3 demandments, which were train, say your prayers, and take your vitamins. Wow, just 3? Maybe he should have tacked on something about, making sure there aren't any hidden cameras in your buddies' bedrooms for you to go in there to drop the leg drop on their wives. Anyhow, back when Senior Siete was a young 7-year-old Hulkamaniac, I always assumed take your vitamins was a euphemism for, anabolic vitamins, if you will. I even remember a weird segment on a Hulk Hogan VHS tape I rented. Yes, we watched a video on tapes, and those tapes had to be rented from a store. There was a clip in this video from the old TNT show that featured Hulk Hogan making protein shakes for himself, Vince McMahon, and Lord Alfred Hayes. And before Hogan drinks his shake, he tells us about the handful of vitamins he takes. He even calls them the Hulkster's Powerful Python Pack. Now, I know steroids tend to be like an injection, I assume, but as a kid, I thought those were steroids. And again, I was 7. So when the WWE started marketing Hulk Hogan vitamins, I naturally assumed I'd be receiving some kind of steroids for children. I was wrong, thankfully. But in light of everything that's come out about the Hulkster, maybe this was a marketing opportunity he should have passed up on. Number 7. Silence of the Bellas. We feel like Nikki Bella doesn't get the credit she deserves. She could have easily rested on her laurels as one half of a popular twin act that achieved fame through the WWE Divas reality show, but she really put in the work to make herself a serviceable in-ring competitor. So what did she do to deserve one of the most disturbing pieces of WWE merchandise of all time? Now, Nikki was known for her knee-high socks, her Letterman jacket, and her backwards baseball cap, so it made all the sense in the world to sell Nikki Bella baseball hats, and they did. But what inspired them to make this monstrosity? Check it out. You've got a Nikki Bella ponytail sticking out the back, which is fine, I guess. But then poor Nikki's face is stretched out across the front and the brim like she had a run-in with Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Friggin' Lambs. Poor Nikki wasn't the only one to receive this horrific treatment. Old Buffalo Bill got a hold of Brie Bella, AJ Lee, and Naomi too. It's strange. It's gross, and honestly, who's purchasing and wearing this? And should they be on a list somewhere? And how did Daniel Bryan avoid a fate like this when they made his beard hat? Weird. Well, there's our list. Did we forget any other disturbing pieces of WWE merchandise? If so, please leave them in the comments section below. Also, if you enjoy this content, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hip toss that notification bell. Until next time, I'm Singer Siete for 7 Rasslin saying bye-bye.